estate in Orange County is better than it's ever been.
I've hit the $100 million sales milestone, which is a big deal.
Bring it hard.
What is up, guys? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Zachary Reality, and today we're going to be chatting about Selling the OC Season 2. I watched all 8 episodes over the weekend, so I'm going to be recapping the season and giving my thoughts on all of the drama and the real estate, but mostly the drama. So if you guys are new here to my channel, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you have not already, please hit the subscribe button down below and ring the bell so you're always notified whenever I post new videos. So let's get into it. Selling the OC. It is a spin-off show from the original Selling Sunset, which is based on Sunset Boulevard in West Hollywood. Selling the OC is based in Newport Beach, Orange County, with Jason and Brett Oppenheim as the owners of the company. And the show follows a bunch of real estate agents in Orange County, and there is a lot of drama that comes with that because they're selling homes, but they're also battling relationships with each other. So last season, they had a season 1, which was so good. Now where it's like a year later, and they finally released a season 2 with 8 new episodes. And I know that a season 3 is coming soon. And I love the show. I think it's great. It's really fun to watch. And it was a really good binge over the weekend. I mean, 8 episodes is not super long. I'm definitely invested to see what happens next season. So let's get into the mix of everything. Let's start with Alex Hall, the main character of the show. Boy, are the girls threatened by her. I mean, a lot of fans hate her online. I've always liked her since last season. I still really like her. She says what she means. She means what she said. She means business. She has great style. She keeps the show together. But this season, she had a lot of girls coming for her in the office, specifically Brandy. The relationship fallout between Alex Hall and Brandy, the friendship fallout lasted the entire season. And it really started off of Brandy expressing that she did not like the rumors and the allegations between Alex Hall and Tyler, who is another agent in the office, because Tyler is going through a divorce with actress Brittany Snow. And that was a big conversation last season because it felt like Tyler was flirting and being kind of touchy with some of the other real estate agents in the office when he was still married to Brittany. So that's where it was the problem. That was problem last year from Tyler. This year, Tyler is fully single. So even though he's not officially divorced yet, the papers aren't signed, he's been separated, he's single. So I don't really think there is anything wrong with him making out with Polly. And I didn't think anything was wrong with him, you know, flirting with Alex Hall and pursuing a relationship. I think that there's allegations and there's drama surrounding it because of Tyler's actions last year, but that was last year. This is this year, and Tyler is single. So I disagree with Brandy when she expressed that she doesn't think Tyler should be making out with anyone because the papers aren't signed yet. I don't think that should matter. So I don't think Polly did anything wrong. I don't think Tyler did anything wrong. And I don't think Alex did anything wrong. I think Brandy was overstepping throughout the entire season. I understand that she wanted to give her opinion, and I understand that it did bring a negative connotation to the office, but I also think that maybe because Brandy can't break the fourth wall, it's a reality show, it's based on drama. The reason it's good is because there's drama. Alex Hall and Tyler's storyline is one of the most interesting storylines of the season. There is this contention, there's this friendship that's turning into something more. It's going to be a topic of conversation because it's a reality show. So I just think that Brandy was wrong in so many ways throughout the entire season. And I just was kind of confused how she didn't see that and how she kept like crying all the time when she was expressing her opinion and people were frustrated. It did feel like she was judging everyone else in the office for their decisions, which I just feel like everyone should be allowed to do whatever they want. You know, the interesting thing about this show is, yes, everyone is professional when it comes to real estate and you're in the office, but you know, after, when there's partying and drinking and people's personal lives, because this reality show follows the personal lives and the professional lives, I feel like everyone should be able to do whatever they want. And that's why there is kind of a blurred line and a double standard in some ways. So I understand that Brandy cares about her friends and she cares about the office. And I don't think that she was trying to come from a bad place, but I think it was just really judgmental and overstepping. And it was just like the opinion that no one asked for. And that's kind of how I felt. We'll get into the Cabo fight after, but I do want to touch on a few other things because Polly and Tyler making out, just a drunken kiss. I guess Kayla had a video about it. Now, Kayla, she is pissed off at Polly because last year Kayla was crucified for flirting with Tyler when he was still married, which makes sense. This year, it's different because he's single. So I understand that Kayla wanted to come in with vengeance in a way and be like, call people out for being hypocritical and call people out on their shit. And I really liked Kayla's transformation from last season. I felt like she was the newer real estate, trying to learn from Alex Hall and Polly last year. And this year, she really came into her own. She started to make her own friends around the office with the Alexandras and, you know, with the newbie and with Brandi. I feel like Kayla just like really stepped into her own. And I like seeing that side of her this season. However, the stakes were a little different since Tyler was still married last year and he's not married this year. So Kayla wasn't necessarily all correct, but I understand that she wanted to kind of, you know, clap back a bit. And the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting because none of the girls seem to like Polly or Alex Hall, and the Alexandras are no longer getting along. Kayla has become friends with Rose and Jarvis, and then, like I said, Brandi is fighting with Polly, and she's also fighting with Alex Hall because of a difference of opinion. Polly is fully supportive of Alex Hall and Tyler, while Brandi and some of the other ladies in the office are not. Now, some of the other drama going on is with Jarvis and Polly. They've never gotten along. They hate each other. But Jarvis and Rose I thought was interesting because the two Alexandras were attached at the hip last season. They were best friends. They did real estate together. But this year it was clear that they differentiated in their business, where they wanted two different things and they just weren't able to coexist and work together anymore. I kind of feel like Jarvis wants to reinvent herself this season. I think she's trying to take herself more seriously and hold herself to a higher standard. And I think that Alexandra Rose is just a little bit more immature and just wants to have fun. And I don't really think she's selling any houses, but who knows? But it's like Jarvis is just in this space right now where she's getting married. She filmed a scene with Chelsea from Selling Sunset, and she's getting married to someone who Alexandra Rose doesn't necessarily like and thinks is kind of shady. There also is some, you know, hearsay about Jarvis partying at the office from the other girls. Is she being fully faithful to Sergio? There seems to be some questioning on her marriage and the legitimacy of it because of the age gap and because this is her third marriage and third engagement and she's only 32. So there's just a lot of people skeptical on Jarvis, and I can't really get a good read on her. Part of me thinks that she is kind of fake from watching the show. There just seems to be something sus about Jarvis and everything that she's putting on, which is confusing. But I also think that she is emerging into a really iconic reality star in the making. Jarvis has a lot of star quality, and I think that if she really taps into like the villain, she could really run with it and become like as big as Christine Quinn, because Jarvis has kind of burned every bridge this season. She's not getting along with Polly. She doesn't like Alex Hall. She just lost Rose, and she doesn't really get along with any of the guys. They all kind of think sideways about her as well. So now what she's left to do is to make a new friend in the office. And there's this new girl, Allie, who is also another Alexandra. So there's 4 Alexandras, but at least we're calling her Allie, so we can make sure it's different. And Jarvis is really befriending her, but Polly was the one that brought her in from Nashville. And I have to say that I agree with Geo in regards to Allie not being a good fit for the office. She doesn't have a real estate license. She barely lives here. She like lives in Nashville. Why does anyone want to fly back and forth across the country every single week? For what? I guess you don't necessarily have to be in Orange County to do the job, or do you? Like, you should know the market. You should know what houses are for sale. You should know the neighborhood. And I just feel like she isn't necessarily a good fit for the office. And I kind of feel like her storyline was a little irrelevant throughout the season because she just doesn't live here and she doesn't really have connections to anyone. I like that she was building genuine connections with Polly and with Jarvis and some of the other girls, but I don't really necessarily think Allie is needed in the office. And I completely agree with Geo, and I'm also skeptical. I think it was good that there was a fresh face, maybe someone to play peacemaker, someone to play middleman, because the girls were so divided. So I liked that side of Allie. But professionally, I just completely agree with Geo that she just doesn't belong there. And speaking of Geo, he is one of the other real estate agents in the office. He announced at the end of the season that him and his wife are pregnant. They're expecting a baby, so great for them. Geo's funny. He's a little cocky. He definitely sells a lot of homes and takes the job seriously. So I like him. Another guy who I really like on the show is Austen. Oh my God, isn't he so hot? Austen is gorgeous. But does he like his wife? All the scenes we've seen of Austen and his wife are a little strange. Austen makes it seems like he doesn't take care of his kids that much. Like he lets his wife do all the mom stuff and the wife stuff, and then he's out there working and making all the money. It just doesn't seems like he likes his wife. I understand that he might not want to have more kids, but the whole leg locked comment was so weird when he was describing his sex life with her. And it just doesn't really feel like he likes her from the scenes we're seeing, which is sad because I feel like she's a fully devoted wife and mother. But I forgot her name, but I feel like she needs to get a job for herself and like kind of create her own life, because she just seems very subservient to Austen. And like, if they ever break up, like she's going to have an identity crisis. So I feel like she needs to find something for her. And I think Austen needs to be a little bit more respectful to his wife who's raising his kids, because something just seems afoot. But Austen is just so damn hot. Like, whew. So the cast is really divided, and it doesn't really matter because there's going to be a cast trip. They're heading to Cabo. Jason and Brett want to take the cast to Cabo to show them new real estate in Cabo, since they're extending the Oppenheim group to Cabo. They're going to get an office down there, and the houses look absolutely beautiful, and the trip looked absolutely amazing. But a lot of drama went down on this trip, mainly between Jarvis and Polly, and then Brandi and Alex Hall. So I guess when the cameras were down, everyone went out at night, and Jarvis potentially was dancing with someone else, and she freaked out that Polly took a video of her, so she deleted it from her phone. First of all, I do believe Jarvis was doing something shady. I don't know how fully committed she is to her husband, just based on what her castmates are saying about her when the cameras are down. I don't really know. But I also think that Polly had no right to record a video of Jarvis dancing. That's just wrong. So I understand why she deleted the video. Polly, you should not be recording other people. And whoever recorded Tyler and Polly making out, you shouldn't be recording people making out and like potentially threatening to blackmail them. I wish that they just released the videos if they were going to bring it up on camera. So I wish we could know, but obviously it's not fair. That goes against what I just said. Don't record people. But the drama between Brandi and Alex Hall got really tense because it was building up all season. And I don't think that Brandi was ever going to hit her. I didn't really like how Alex Hall put that on her. She did walk a little bit towards her, which isn't necessarily okay. You should definitely stay out of people's space. But Alex Hall was being very dramatic as well. But this kind of goes back to my point later that I really did think Brandi was overstepping with her opinions and her judgment, and things just kind of got carried away. I do like how Brandi took initiative and switched rooms because that was more comfortable for her. And the way it ended between Brandi and Alex Hall is that they had a conversation and basically agreed that they're just going to take space from each other, which I think is what's best. Because Alex, we saw her explain it to her family members that she's really sad about the Brandi breakup. But Brandi is going through a lot right now with the loss of her mom. And I think that her emotions are all over the place. You can tell that Brandi was so emotional this season and that there's a lot riding on this for her. She really wants to make a career out of this. She really wants to be taken seriously in real estate. And the lines are really blurred because there is a reality show. So it's like you want it to be taken serious in real estate, but you also want to cause drama and have fights and do hookups because that's what a reality show is all about. So I think that Brandi just needs to kind of lighten up. But I understand that, she takes this very seriously. So I'm glad that her and Alex are going to take a break. I think that's what's best for them. And I hope that they can rekindle their friendship in season 3. Let's talk about Alex and Tyler and the end of the season, because the last scene of the season was Polly's birthday party, and Kayla, Brandi, Jarvis, and Rose are not going to go to Polly's birthday party because they just don't like her. So there is a lot to follow up on season 3 with these relationships. There's also a girl named Lauren on the show who doesn't get a lot of airtime, but I think she's beautiful and I think she gets along with everybody. And then there's Sean, who used to be friends with Polly, but he is not friends with her anymore. And that's his only storyline he had this season. He was more of a background character. Alex Hall and Tyler, they've been building up this friendship all season. Alex has expressed interest in Tyler to her family and to Polly. She kind of had to clear things off with Polly because, Polly did kiss Tyler, and it was just a drunken kiss. It didn't mean anything. So Alex wanted to make sure. But at the end of the season, the last scene, they both expressed feelings for each other, that they were potentially going to break that wall of friendship, and that Alex is looking for something serious and Tyler is looking for something serious. So they make out in the last scene and it leaves us off on a cliffhanger for season 3. I do believe that Tyler and Alex are still dating because of Instagram and because of them being spotted. I don't think it ever was that dramatic. I think it was just like the show. I don't know what is real and what's not with the storylines and what's produced, but I do feel like they had a genuine connection and I think that they're still together. So I'm excited to see what happens. I'm sad that the season's only 8 episodes. I know Selling Sunset's 10, so I feel like we were a little robbed. But I can't wait for season 3. I hope it doesn't take too long because sometimes it takes forever. It literally took a year to get from season 1 to season 2. But those were my general thoughts of the show, Selling the OC season 2. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below of the season. Who are your favorite characters? What do you guys think of all the drama and situations? Let me know your thoughts and be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below before you head out of here. It is Zachary Reality. You guys can follow me on all my socials at Zachary Reality on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.